So let's go ahead and create the solution to this JavaScript Stalker exercise. So I have a stalker.html file, and I'm going to fill it out with my basic boilerplate, give it a title, and let's put a simple h1 JS Stalker solution just so that we can see the page load. Now I'm going to make my JavaScript file, new file, I'm going to save it, and I'll just call it script.js in the same directory. And I'm just going to put a console.log in here just to make sure it works. Console.log from the script file and save. Now let's go open this in the browser. We won't see anything unless I open the console. And I still don't see anything because I haven't connected my files. So that's the next part. I'm going to go here, add my script tag, source equals script.js. Make sure those match, script.js, script.js. Go refresh the page. Now I get my console.log from the script file. So now let's work on the logic here. So the very first thing that needs to happen, we need to ask for the first name. So I'm going to set a variable first name equals prompt. What is your first name? And save. And then let's do the same thing for last name. Last name prompt, what is your last name? And lastly, the same thing for age. What is your age? And save. So that will get those three pieces of data, and you can see that here if I refresh. It asks me 3 times, and then it doesn't do anything with that. So now we want to print out the full name. So that's a console.log, not an alert, because we don't want a pop-up, just a console.log. And let's make the string here. Your full name is, and then make sure we have the space here, plus first name, and let's just start with that and see what we get. So I'll refresh the page, Rusty, Steel, 3. Your full name is Rusty. Okay, so that's working. Now we just want to add in last name. But remember, we need the space here because this will just take Rusty and Steel and smush them together. So to do that, we can just add in a string. That's all it is a space. So your full name is space, first name plus space plus last name. And if we run this and refresh, Rusty, Steel, 3, your full name is Rusty Steel. Next up, we're going to print out the age. So that's another console.log. You are plus age plus, we need a space afterwards, years old. Just like that. So you are space age space years old. And if we run this now and refresh, Rusty, Steel, 3, your full name is Rusty Steel, you are 3 years old. And that's it. There is one small change that we could make. So you could argue that this is a little bit clunky here, so it's kind of cluttered. So we could just pull this out into its own variable. So I'm going to cut that out and just make a variable called full name and set it equal to that. Value of first name plus a space plus the value of last name. And then here I can just print full name. So this is just a matter of preference. It's not right or wrong. It's just whatever you think looks better. And I happen to think this is nicer because now we have this full name variable that has the entire full name stored in it. So just to prove to you, nothing changed. If I refresh, Rusty, Steel, 3, and we get the same output.